this game. Look at the Rift, looking good as ever. We got a little close up on the Ducks here for you.
Hell yeah. Give me a ducky for game 4. Ladies and gentlemen, loud on match point. As we are loading onto the Rift, Visor already very busy of giving Robo some bonks on the head. But man.
Yeah, man. This could be the last game.
This could be the last game, and that this is the one where we see Dinquedo Syndra is insane. And once again, just the champion statistics really paint the picture of how successful Loud has been this season. High win rates on almost all of them, 7-1 Brock on the Sejuani. And even though we haven't seen the Syndra yet from Dinquedo, I am worried, Axeman, because this man has 20% historical win rate on this champion.
Yeah, it's not great. It's a lot of single target damage, which is interesting here.
Which, to be fair, quite honestly, is not a bad thing, because if you look at the comp from Loud, who really is the threat here? In a team fight, it's mostly Route on this Aphelios, and if you get that guy one-shotted, that's a pretty good position. And, well, talking about good positions, Visor starting the top lane skirmish out with a bang.
Yeah, no, very low health bars already. Both jungles looking angle up top there. Croc loves playing around the top side of the map on Sejuani. He loves going for the Croc combination, the Renekton, Sejuani, Robo-Croc combo. And loves starting starting the bot side, playing towards top. He's caught out on the ward here, but Wiser's still all the way up in this lane, really playing with fire, really trying to establish some dominance that he's been lacking all series long. And Croc will finish up his camps. Where will he go? I gotta say top. I gotta say you go top after Krugs, right?
Yeah, you get some pings down here, marking the wards in the river. In the meantime, look at what Karyok is doing. He was going for the topside camps to clear, but got a call on something and is now hovering around mid, trying to make something work. He is wasting so much time, might be finding the Gromp in the enemy jungle, but ward is down. He's going to realize that there's not much going on, and you have Croc running into him in just a moment. The roam bot lane from Dinquedo. They might be collapsing on to the Sejuani. The dash out. Dinquedo not in range to bring in any CC. Pain going for a little bit of Loud's medicine here in the early.
That's a long time to sit on that side of the jungle and wait for Croc just for nothing. He's down 2 camps. Going to be 3 camps in a second here once Croc clears up this Gromp. That is really a bad pathing from Karaoke so far. A big play, big swing play from him there to try to get the opening kill into Croc, and he's not going to get it. Meanwhile, Robo is terrorizing Visor in the top lane. Look at the trains, Lithy. It's just not fair.
That's the Aatrox power. If you don't get out of the infernal chains, you are in for a world of hurt. But on the other side, we got to talk about the camp difference in the jungle, right? Because Karyok still has this complete top side, and it really comes down to how much impact can Croc find in the next few seconds. The base coming through for Dinquedo. He is so caught out. Tino's in a little bit of distance, trying to get in. The stun comes through. The flash, the shove. He dodges it. He sidesteps it. The damage! Not enough. Dinquedo walks away. Beautiful footwork from Pain's mid laner.
He's got the blue suede shoes out now. Holy cow. Sidestepping everything. I don't know how he did it, but he makes it out with the CS lead to boot. Wave going to crash in from Tinos, but the teleport from Dinquedo will keep him in the lane, keep him relevant as well. Really well played from the Syndra. It doesn't get much better than that, soaking up that pressure from Croc, taking it off of Visor, neutralizing it across Summoner's Rift, and bringing them back into a slight gold lead going into minute 5. Now, all of a sudden, Croc is on the back foot, and it's Karaoke up in tempo. Robo taken so low here.
Yeah, good pushes here from Visor. This man is really comfortable in this little time frame of advantage that Jax has in between levels 3 to 6, and he's making it work for himself. No attention from the jungle as well, so he knows he can go hard. Croc also stumped a little bit. We talked about the CS advantage he had over Karyok, but through the fact that they didn't get anything out of Dinquedo in the mid lane, basically Karyok back in the game, ahead in CS again now, and double scuttle secured for Pain. It's a small but not insignificant advantage they were able to garner for themselves. And let's look at this from Dinquedo again.
So he's caught out here on the reset. Big stun up. Oh, and that knock-up dodge so expertly from Dinquedo. That would certainly have spelled his doom. And look at that. Just ice in his veins, man. Absolutely cold-blooded, sidestepping the ability. I can tell you right now, Lithy, if I played that 100 times, I never dodged that spell.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised he's rubbing his hands. I'd need a hand warmer as well after that. But let's talk about objectives a little bit, because Loud has been loving these early objectives over the last few games. They have secured every single first drake of the game in this series so far, and they're once again eyeing this one up as Croc is in the area. This time around, though, Weaver's Wall to catch out Dinquedo. Robo with the roam down. This shove is not gonna go wide, and Robo picks up the first blood. What a beautiful collapse onto the Syndra.
He's going to drag that carcass back up his tree in top lane. Damage and Karaoke find out that the Dragon, I don't think they're going to be able to contest that. They do not have a mid laner to defend them. And this first Dragon should go down to Loud. B-Boy's roaming up, though. Rout's not in the area.
Watch the Karaoke redemption arc, man. He's going to go into the pit. He smites it. No, doesn't get it. Never mind. But still, no pain caused as Loud just runs for the hills. Still, Drake secured, first one in the bags, and with that, we're on to the road of a early stall. Beautiful flash from Route there, good pressure from the boy to secure some lane prio.
Yeah, well done to be sure. He's got purple and white guns, so kind of struggling a little bit here so far, but Karaoke's going to find out 1v3.
Yeah, that's not a good position to be in. The stun could follow up. Croc has some decent damage, but Dinquedo roaming in from mid is going to help. Tinones far out. Only now joining back into the game. But this blue buff most likely is going to be gone. At least no worse things happening for Loud in this bot lane.
Yeah, things not getting too bad for him down there for Loud. He's got the pickaxe in hand, so he's got a little bit of damage. Robo just trolling through the jungle here. Seeing what he can find, but Dinquedo's too far up in the lane.
I love that.
He will get punished.
I love that. Good stun from Dinquedo. Will be able to walk away the Infernal Chains. The CC. He's going to get hooked back in. The shove. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Second kill for Loud. Tinones. 13 kills to go for the number one all-time kill spot in the CBLOL.
That'll do it. Tinones is doing just fine for him there. He's looking good. And, yeah, he's getting close to that number one killer. Kill line there. I actually haven't been keeping track. How close is he now? I don't have the count there.
I think it's 13 kills missing.
13? That sounds correct. We'll get those numbers up for you here in just a little bit, but he's closing in on that number for sure. Could get it in this series. We see Karaoke down bot side. There is no damage to support down here, but yeah, that second kill going down off the Robo Roam. Really, really strong for Loud, and nothing really Wiser can do to counter here. You see him going for the 1v1. Yeah.
Yeah. Grandmaster's Might coming in. Robo taking a lot of damage, but the Lamp Strike on a little bit too much CD for him to follow up. You can see this Jack's underway pretty well. 15 CS advantage currently. Robo is going to lose a lot in this lane. He doesn't have a TP. But let's look at this mid lane roam again.
This is such
He's been doing
play.
So well.
I mean, the Q1 connects, Q2 connects, W connects, Q3 connects from Robo. They get the knockback from Tinones. Everything just coming through exactly perfect.
Oh, this time around, Carrier lands the Flash Vault Breaker, and it's a quick left or right, a knockout.
Yeah, beautiful kill there from Karaoke, who desperately needed to make a play in this series, I think. Needed a little bit of comeback here. Looking for the dive down bot side as well. The wave is arriving soon, and Croc is in the wings, does not have the ultimate ability here, but they have red and white guns, and you know what that means, Lithy. It means it's time to fight.
Exactly. Tenon's coming in, the Weaver's Wall just coming off CDE, but Dinquedo with the TP coming in. Moonlight Vigil does a good chunk of damage, and Croc now looking for the engage. Has no ult available. The shove lands onto Dinquedo. The damage is good. Solar Flare to follow up and do a little bit more, but they cannot manage it. The wave is going to get cleared out. Tinnerns and Croc just funneling them into the tower. Look at these snipes coming through from Route. And this is disaster waiting to happen. They try to turn it on the tail as damage goes in with the Zenith Blade. But the damage is not quite enough. Weiser finally has the TP and joins the fray. But oh, the Winter Spite connects as Seos picks one up for the team. 2 kills for Loud. And in the meantime, Pain is gonna run it down mid lane with a Herald.
Yeah, they'll look for the plates in the middle lane here, but Loud pick up additional kills. This time on the bot laner, this time on the Braum as well. Robo looking for plates top lane here too. Plates traded back and forth across Summoner's Rift here, but majority, actually the gold ending out even across the Rift as things are traded back and forth here. First, second dragon spawning in just a little bit.
Yeah, Weiser following that bot lane shove up as well. Let's look at this replay. Overall, beautiful collapse by Loud, but it takes a little bit too long, and Pain can rally around bot lane.
They absolutely can here. It started out with a Route ultimate and followed through with the Dinquedo ultimate through there as well. But eventually they're just poked all the way out. You can look at the Calibrum damage coming out from that green gun from Root. Damage tries to re-engage a little bit here, but there's just no connection to be made. Route connects the Q. Oh, that's killer from Seos.
Yeah.
Nicely done. The Q shot off and does connect with B-Boy. Wow. When was the last time you saw Braum get a kill with Q, right?
That's been a while. It's definitely been a while. It's also been a while since I've seen a Braum last, but Loud now eyeing up that next Hextech Dragon. The big thing really for me is that Route was able to pick up a kill on this Aphelios, because that is some much needed gold. He has been behind in CS the whole game so far, and just not falling behind, staying even with his Xayah is so important, especially if you are on a character that scaled so insanely well into the late game. Now it's all gonna be around this dragon though, and Pain, they're looking to make a stand. Karyok doesn't even go for it, doesn't want to go into the pit with the blast cone because they know the fight is unwinnable. Bavoy trying to push out mid lane in the meantime, but 2 Drakes in a row, keeping that early objective focus up quite nicely here for Loud.
They really have kept the focus up in spite of themselves here. We'll go ahead and say that second dragon taking down the first Ocean Soul on Summoner's Rift. They haven't had one yet. It's been all mountains thus far. And I don't think we've actually had an Ocean Soul yet in the tournament, I would feel comfortable saying. But,
I'll be very honest with you, I have no idea, but maybe the serenity of a nice ocean, maybe a good old sunrise or sinking sun would be a little bit of a boost for Pain's mental, because that is a factor we need to talk about, right, X? Game 1, massive performance, great mid-game team fighting. They managed to pull out the win. Game 2 and 3, basically absolute tilters that Pain had to catch. And now they are down on match point and down on gold. Almost. No, never mind. They're not. They're down on kills, but even, up in gold. Right? Yeah, look at the gold from the platings. That's why that is.
Yeah. A little bit more gold there for Pain, but coming out basically even here at 14-minute mark. And just the Dragons going the way of Loud, giving them maybe a little bit of an edge, I would say. But other than that, yeah, things almost dead even. The gold is stacked pretty evenly across the Rift as well, as the CS numbers are consistently in the favor of Pain Gaming across the Rift. The kills consistently in the favor of each member of Loud individually, including Seos. So yeah, things are universally even. You can see the damage numbers. It's just a 1,000 gold lead just for Weiser. Everybody else on the Rift is exactly even.
Yeah.
It's, you don't see that very much every day. So it's interesting to see here. Damage notably underleveled here. No real items for him. No real advantages there on the Leona. But I mean, you're an engaged support. How much gold do you need, right?
Yeah, you don't really need that much gold to press R, I'll be very honest with you. So we'll just have to wait and see how much impact. Yeah, exactly. You get that for free as Karyuk. He's looking for some damage. Decent position. The follow-up is
Oh,
good. Damage on Tinons is
how
solid. But he gets
much
knocked back into the
damage?
turret. The turret shot doesn't quite connect, but the minions finish off Karyuk. Dinquedo cleans it up with the Scatter the Weak, but the damage is done. It's a 1-for-1 in the top lane, and Loud is going to use that numbers advantage in the mid lane to run it at the turret. The Wiser is coming in from the side, looking for a flank. Massive counter-strike. Doesn't quite go off. Gets forced out by Croc CC. But Pain at least keep the turret alive.
Do keep it up for the time being. Dunkano gonna be able to take down the top lane turret up here as well, and you can see why there are some Vi players who are
Wiser?
What?
All by himself, the Infernal Chains connect, but don't knock him back. This is Steve coming in from Croc. Wiser in a 1v2. Oh, the dual fishes! He dodges it! The plays are made, but Croc has the damage. Wiser almost wins it. What an exchange here. Loud coming out on top.
Robo with the little dance there down the bottom of your screen as well as he walks back down in the bottom lane and continues to clear out the minions there as well. Karaoke going to start up the Rift Herald. That's an excellent play from Croc, really showing up for his top laner there. The 1v1 between the two top laners is not particularly close as Wiser's incredibly strong, but that might be starting to change here as Robo starts to power up a little bit more. But it will take down the Rift Herald for Pain Gaming and use that to create further advantages. This is their second Rift Herald, I believe. And they will use it here in just a little bit. Dragon spawning in under a minute. The first of the Ocean Dragons. Oh, B-Boy potentially caught out!
Nice Weaver's Wall, but even better flash from Bevoy. Gets out of a very sticky situation, which honestly could have led into almost a free Drake for Loud. It's 40 seconds out, so a timely pick onto the ADC would have been a big deal here.
It certainly would have been. Here's a replay. It just
And
doesn't look
Wiser.
close, right? I mean, Wiser does so much damage to Robo. It just does not see Croc coming whatsoever. And
flash, man.
Woo, so close. I can't believe it. It's almost there.
Wave him goodbye, baby. Oh
Goodbye.
my god.
That's good.
That's why I love CBLOL, man. There is so much emotion and passion in these games. It is fantastic. Robo, though, a little bit of a position. Oh, Croc finds a Glacier Prison. Robo joins in over the wall. Nice flash out from damage. This is going to be enough with this smite slow from Karyuk to get away. In theory, here come the Infernal Chains. Robo out for blood, and he finds it as well. Sears, though, quickly taken down by Bevoy, and the fight is out in full force now. Robo finally gets taken down. Wiser finds the backline and picks up a kill. Pain, a fight that might catapult them back into the game. At least it's going to net them a dragon.
Is going to get them the dragon here, the first dragon for them. And they'll be pushing the Rift Herald into the mid lane as well. They get the charge off of the mid lane outer turret. Just that bottom lane outer turret left for Pain Gaming to take. Another victory for them, and finally establishing a gold lead here, 2,000 gold over their competitors. Once again, a lot of that stacked onto Wiser under the Jax here, and starting to build up the bottom lane as well. Bevoy with a little bit more of that gold as well. Dunkado with a nice share of the gold. So all your carries stacked up, looking solid.
And it's once again, right, this mid-game break point that we're hitting. The first round of items completed. The gold difference very much in favor of Pain after this team fight, but they continue to find the right timings in these games, especially game 1, game 3. This has served them so well, and Loud continues to fall for it. Of course, you can leverage that now a little bit. You pick up the Ocean Drake. It's a nice little boost in terms of sustain. You picked up the first 2 Heralds. The question really is, can you keep that momentum going, X-Men? Because after game 3, I am inclined to say I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not really sure there either, Lithy. What I am sure of is Root's trying to burn off his Infernum. Get red-white guns and maybe fight over Baron. Look at this. Burn that out real quick. And now you're red and white, and you're ready to go here for the fight around the Baron.
Taking down this tier 1 would be massive as well, just for vision, but Wiser on the flank. Could be looking for an engage. The problem really is Pain a little bit too far apart from each other to really commit to this fight.
Absolutely.
You brought up
agree
the
with you.
Baron X, and that is something I really do want to come back to because so far across the series, except for game 2, which honestly was a little bit of an out there ruffle stomp, Pain loves this Baron dance. They love going for plays. And a little bit of a flip-floppity action going on. So this is risky, to say the least. Loud is very much aware of what is happening. Robo has TP, currently sitting in the bot lane. And the Baron is down to 4k. Nice. Glacier Prison doesn't quite hit anyone, but the Weaver's Wall, the Moonlight Vigil coming in for some massive damage, and damage is already taken down. Baron at 5k HP, one down on Pain. Loud could just turn and go for this, but the Baron is resetting. They're letting it stand, and they are happy with just going back to mid lane and eyeing up a tier 2. No.
I think I'm probably happy with that as well if I'm Root. They're going to transfer back up into the top side of the jungle here. Try to look for a pick onto Bane.
This could end in disaster, man. No? Okay, never mind.
Good.
Wow. I am impressed. Pain looking for the trade-off for the tier 2 top turret, and that scares off Loud so much. They neither take the Baron nor the mid lane, just run down some minions into the top lane. Good salvage from Pain here.
Yeah, really nice salvage there. They maintain their almost 2k gold lead, and he will continue moving forward here, trying to set up vision lines once again around the Baron. It was an early Baron start, that's for sure. They had started up right at 20 minutes, right? And by the time a minute had rolled around, they had only really gotten it down 50%. It was just Karaoke and Weiser hitting it for the start there before Dunkato joined up. But yeah, not able to finish it off. They were forced off by Loud. Several ultimates used there by Loud. Lots of cooldowns burned. And those cooldowns are coming back up. I'm not sure how close Route is to getting back onto red and white guns, but I know at the time he had like white and green guns, so was not a super good time for him to fight.
I am a little bit worried. Pain keeps finding really good fights for themselves, but they also make some really questionable decisions around these Barons, right? Quite honestly, I was expecting Loud to just take the Baron because it was so low they could have easily gone for it. But it's all ending in the standstill. Loud, very meticulous, trying to just close out this series as safe as possible because they know the scaling is on their side, outside, of course, of Weiser's Jax.
Certainly is here. Weiser booking it up through the river, trying to get back there in time. Yeah, he's got to teleport. He's just booking it up through the jungle, running around like a madman.
Establishing a little bit of a vision line for himself, right? Forcing Tenons to plop his pink down to clear that out, keeping himself safe on this side lane split push. And this could be one of the winning conditions for Pain over the next few minutes, right? Because if you can split Loud apart a little bit, at least Robo has no TP available at the moment. Neither has Tenons, although he has the ultimate spellbook and can make that work possibly. Really just getting this team fight comp of Loud broken off seems like an angle for Pain to go for if Bevoy just doesn't get picked up. He's very far forward there. Glacier Prison connects, but the follow-up not quite there. Loud a little bit scared to fight because they have no idea where Weiser is right now. He's looking for a flank, looking to walk in on this one. And for the moment, it's all going to be nothing.
Yeah, nothing for the time being. Robo still with no teleport. Has to walk to any fight that is started. And it will be Pain onto the Dragon. I think Loud are okay giving this one up. Stacked Ocean Dragons aren't particularly valuable this late into the game. Certainly not two of them. So they'll be fine giving that objective away. Trying to scale back up and let some of these cooldowns come back up for them as well. Croc's ult, Robo's teleport, all these things will be back online in just a few seconds. And Loud are more than willing to wait for those abilities to come back.
Indeed. In your words, X-Men, we're chilling out a little bit here. It's an objective game. That is all that it is going to be for the rest of this matchup, I think. The Baron, the only thing up right now, 4 minutes 30 on the next Ocean Drake. And as you mentioned just now, right, Loud doesn't really care about this Ocean Soul. Otherwise, they would have committed some more resources to getting that soul point. They got the first 2 Drakes and then just stopped caring. So from here on out, you gotta manage Wiser on the side lane, right? But what really is the goal for Loud here? You're just hoping to find a good team fight, right?
I think that might be what you're looking for here. And it's going to come up in just a second. Damage going to eat another.
There's the Moonlight Vigil. Good damage on Bavoyan damage. The follow-up is good. The snipe's landing as well, but Wiser and the Vi finding the door back into the back line, and immediately Carriok gets blown to pieces. Tinhouse walks away from it on 100 HP.
There's no way.
Wiser does not get the auto attack through. Loud find a solid fight and 2 kills after forcing Bavoyan damage off, and now they're looking at a Baron.
They'll be onto the Baron here. Just 4 of them. Tinhouse taking the reset. Does not have teleport to rejoin his team. Look at that damage. Root dealing all of the damage, man. 4,500 in that fight. Karaoke and Wiser both going down on the back end.
Down to 5k.
Down. Yeah,
no jungler
contest.
inside. Weaver's wall is gonna separate them. Then Quedo caught in a problematic spot, but someone's going to follow that one up. Baron secured, allowed for the first time in this game, take the gold lead.
Yeah, really nicely done from Loud so far. Tinhouse with that 3-kill mark. He needs to beat the record. Needs to get a few more kills at this rate. Closer to 6 if he wants to stay on that tempo. Replay come through for you here. Glacial Prison came out, nailed damage once again, but slowed down B-Voy. Route season opening. Throws out the Moonlight Visual, connects with a Calibrum shot. Look at this. Boom, directly into damage, is able to throw out more white shots because of it. Karaoke and Wiser, he turns around, shreds him with the white gun. Really incredible damage from Route.
And I'll be very honest with you, this is where I see the problem in Pain's shot calling, right? You are diving this team fight with a perfect flank from Wiser. And who do you take out? Tinhouse. The Talia, instead of Route, who will single-handedly carry the teamfight on the Aphelios. So questionable targeting here from Pain, which is quite honestly why I think this teamfight went broke so quickly. And now Loud is just hammering this advantage home with the Baron buff up.
They're hammering it home so far. Looking for this bottom side turret. All those Baron-empowered minions going to be able to force their way through. Look at Robo on the flank here as well.
Yeah. It's just going to be slow and meticulous, the siege. Looking for a little bit of a dive angle with the Glacial Prison. The Moonlight Vigil does some massive damage once again. But nothing else coming out of it for the moment. Pain forced off the turret. They cannot contest this any longer with the damage done. And Loud is just going to continue down the bot lane. Even Wiser, forced to be with his team to prevent these fights from going horribly wrong, cannot be the side split push threat he wants to be.
Karaoke on the flank here could go for the side angle. They're going to translate back into the mid lane, though, as Robo has called the wave up for them. They'll look for this mid-inner turret. This one should be going down as well.
Yeah.
They have the cannon in there with them to help out. They're wanting to back up now. The dragon is up soon.
Yeah, at least the wave clear in general is pretty good on Pain. Loud not that hard committed on trying to get this turret, but as we talked about already, right? They're very slow and meticulous and playing this without any unnecessary risk.
Yeah, not playing with too much risk whatsoever. You're going to be back on the map in time for this dragon to spawn. You're good giving away a second dragon, but the third one starts to get a little bit dangerous here, so they will fight for this one.
Yeah. I mean, you are up right now. You had the Baron power play going, and item-wise, if we look at the 3 item power spikes coming in all across the board on Robo, Tinhouse, and Route, you're very much in a position where Pain cannot look for a fight right now. So this is going to be soul point at long last for Loud, and, well, at least the threat of a Ocean Soul claimed by Pain is averted.
It certainly is, and it's established for Loud now, as they're close to that soul mark.
Yeah. Look at the gold graph.
Yeah, nice little gold graph there from. Like to see that for Loud fans.
Hate to see it for the Pain fans. Really
Yeah,
depends
really.
on which camp you're sitting in. And Krog
Oh,
finds
B-boy.
Bavoy. They don't get the cleanse though. Bavoy chilling out, knowing that there's no follow-up from Loud. So good, calm head. The mental, again, something we need to talk about for Pain is not completely broken yet. He does not falter in that regard. But still, this is looking far from being a comfortable game for Pain. They need some miracle picks and fights to claw this game back.
This is back against the wall for Pain. Potentially the final game of the series and of the split for them. And the winner of this series does go on to grand finals. Loud, if they do win, will go to grand finals.
Pain down to the lower bracket, needing to duke it out with either Los Grandes or Furia. And man, if I'm looking at Los Grandes or Furia, then I am a little bit worried for my end of the season. Croc, once again, looking for an engage, just putting on pressure with his Glacier Prison. Doesn't even want to hard commit onto a team fight. And the damage, NDCC, more than enough for Loud to push them off the turret.
They're still angling around the top side jungle here. Fighting over vision. Looking to see what they can and can't push in. Less than a minute until the next Baron spawns. This will be an objective that Loud will fight over. You see these vision lines they're establishing now. They're going to sit in these bushes for the ocean map. Try to fight over them a little bit here.
And I gotta say, man, I'm very impressed with the development Route has made across the season, right? This man went from being, quite honestly, start of the split average, I want to say, to being a very, very impressive force in this bot lane for Loud, especially in combination with Seos. And if we're looking at just Tinone's consistency across the season, starting out the season literally with the same matchup, just completely steamrolling Pain, he continues to do so on multiple picks, looking for Bavoy, forces the Featherstorm out, but here comes Robo from the side. Doesn't quite get the CC onto the Xayah, but still, the damage is done, he is forced out, and this could be a Baron ripe for the taking.
Loud will take this Baron down. Whether there'll be a contest is up to Pain. Karaoke finds Croc.
And we gotta keep our eyes on Route, on this Aphelios. Looking to burn the last stacks on his Infernum. You want the white gun, red and white. Don't fight the Aphelios. And it is in range. One more Q is going to do it. There we go. Route on maximum power as Pain Gaming is looking defeat in the eye. This Baron melting down to 6k. Wiser looking for an entry into the pit together with his jungler. The smite, that's what it's going to come down to as Robo is looking for an engage. Infernal Chains connect, but don't do too much as Wiser just dodges away. Nice 3-man CC coming in. The Baron now being burned, and it is getting taken over by Loud. Carrick in the pit goes golden, but will be cleaned up in just a second. And Robo looking for the re-engage, finds damage, and Loud blow the trumpets of victory as they are cleaning up the support, and the base is only a formality after this.
Ducato and Wise are going to try to defend here. I don't think they have it in them. The waves are pushing out, though, so a little bit of time to be able to mount this defense, but the death timers are long, 25 seconds for both Pain members, and the resets will come through, so the game will not end here, but it will end soon. 39 seconds till the next dragon comes up. That is Soul for Loud. They might choose to fight over that. They might choose to just push down. Here's the replay for you coming through. Tinones ate that Leona ultimate. Big stun came out of Ducato, pushing several members back. Croc gonna with the ultimate there as well, but they take down the Baron, and Karaoke is way out of position. He gets picked down. Bunch of damage. Wiser on the side as well. Gonna get chased down. Damage just up too far, unfortunately for him. And he will go down there as well. So some mispositioning. Karaoke trying to get the steal, and Damage trying to get the ultimate down onto Ducato, or down onto, Route, and are just out of position. Here's the fight.
Yeah, it really comes down to a refusal of Pain to commit to fights. Once
Wow.
again, one gets picked. Robo in the front line, looking to just clean it all up. Bavoy has to burn the flag, but here comes Weiser with a 4-man. Counter-Strike goes golden for the moment, and down goes Robo into his GA. This could be a turnaround. Massive scatter the weak coming through from Dinquedo, and now
Weiser!
Bavoy can just free hit. Weiser still going hard, finally gets blown up by Rout, but it is a good fight for Pain Gaming. A lot better than anything they could have hoped for. Loud are gonna reset, and Pain live to fight another day.
I don't think Rout and Tinones can take down this dragon uncontested with Karaoke still on the board. So this is going to be a delayed Dragon Soul for them here. Will Pain be able to take down the objective for themselves in that time? I don't know if they have the map control to be able to do that. They need to push out the waves to prevent Loud from ending the game. So they will leave that objective up here and only delay the inevitable Dragon Soul. Route in position now. He's got red-blue guns. Dangerous position for Pain Gaming to be in. You don't want to give this guy any additional kills. It's going to be 3v4, though. Yeah, Pain Gaming started up. They should be able to take this down here, Lithy.
Denying the soul, getting soul point for themselves. Pain are back, at least for a moment here. Talk about a hard carry in Weiser as we are looking for this replay. Just look at the impact Weiser is able to find on this Jax in the later stages of this fight.
The stasis came in huge for him here, right? I mean, he gets the big stun, which was nuts, but the stasis comes out, allows him to survive a little bit longer. He's able to maneuver out of this situation, and that's just enough free time that Pain are able to spend with Robo to get both his Guardian Angel and his eventual life down as well. Big stun comes out of Dunkato, and Weiser back in, able to re-engage, gets the kill down, lays Seos low enough to force him out of the fight, and just a really incredible fight so far from him.
There you can see, Pain is far from out of this game. Yes, they are 5k gold down, but they are just able to pick up another dragon, so the soul in reachable distance. Pick attempt by Tinones with the Weaver's Wall, not quite landing. But Loud still incredibly dangerous in this matchup. Robo on the bot side is trying to shove out this wave, has no TP, so walking up the jungle as fast as possible, trying to rejoin his team, needs to be there for the fight, and Weiser once again on a good flank position. It is all gonna come down to Pain's ability to pick and nuke Rout on this Aphelios.
Certainly is here. Holy cow. Croc with the big ultimate. Has the angle, has some vision as well.
After that early game, X-Men, I did not think this game would end up being this intense.
No, I didn't think it would be either. It's come to a slow portion now as both sides. It'll just be one fight blows this thing open and grants victory to one party or the other. Louder looking for that victory here now.
1 minute 20 on the Baron. 3 minutes on a guaranteed Dragon Soul for one of these teams. Karaok looking for another reset. Last buy before it is possibly all over. Tinones, Weaver's Wall once again looking for a pick. Dinquedo barely makes it out. Robo on the side though. That's good damage onto the Aatrox. Bavoy might be able to finish him off with the Blade Caller. Big damage. Robo down and Loud are running for the hills. TP from Weiser into the back line, looking for the Aphelios. He makes it out into stasis, and now Pain is joining the fray. Moonlight Vigil connects for some damage. Actually, the snipe, the long-range damage takes out Weiser, and that's the big raid boss down.
Yeah, it takes Robo directly down. Weiser back down as well. That's a 1-for-1 trade. 4 versus 4 now in Summoner's Rift, and the game will continue here. The Baron up in under a minute, and we might actually get a Dragon Soul here, Lithy. I was not expecting that. Certainly not expecting a 40-minute game here at the end of this series. We could easily go to Game 5 here, as Pain Gaming are certainly in position to flip this game back and to easily take the victory as well, as the death timers will be so long for Loud if they're able to ace them, and it will be difficult.
Oh, they're starting up the Baron. Robo has the TP. Is able to join in. Pain doesn't know. They have no idea.
There's nothing.
They're just surrendering this, and the Baron goes over for free. This is massive, massive siege potential coming through for Loud. And look at the items. Death Cap for Tinones. Hurricane for Rout.
Those are big item spikes once again here in the late game. A lot of big AP damage coming out of Tinones. A lot of big AoE damage coming out of Rout as well. Multi-target damage there too. Really, really powerful. Now, as I believe Rout is fully built on Summoner's Rift, looking for just the elixirs now to power him up continuously. Yeah, I think with the poke is pretty wild at this stage. Dragon up in 45 seconds. Loud maneuvering over to take this one down. Keep a lookout for Glacial Prison on Croc.
Carioc over the wall, looking for a little bit of CC. Season Desist onto Croc. The damage not there. They said Gianni is so damn tanky. Glacial Prison goes wide. Pain has to pull back. Push and pull strat. That's what we've seen all the way throughout the series from Loud. And they're doing this very, very well. Their comp working in their favor at the moment. Robot rejoins the team. And it's a good old standoff in the jungle. Dragon up in 12 seconds. This is what is going to make or break the game for either team, X-Men.
Well, it certainly will. Dragon spawns now. The final Ocean Dragon will be 4-stacked for Pain.
Robo looking for a trade-off with damage here. Lands the Infernal Chains, knocks him down to half, but nothing really coming off of it. The Dragon going to be burned down. Nice shove coming in from Tinones, and Robo looking for the follow-up. Moonlight Vigil barely misses. But they are running down the Leona, pulling back in the last second. Ocean Soul claimed by Loud. Elder Drake in 6. If this game even is going to go that long.
Certainly, this must be it for Loud as they look to close out Game 4 and to end the series in their favor. They're in the bot lane now, pushing to end, I would imagine, with the Baron empowered minions still in their grasp. Blue and red guns to Rout. They want to end off here.
They have to walk up. Carioc looking for an engage, but can't find it. The Weaver's Wall pushes them off the turret, and the inhibitor is gone. Last few seconds of the Baron buff end in an open base for Loud. But no decisive claim on the map yet. It's going to be added pressure. They're looking for a pick onto Bavoy, but the Featherstorm is still available. Loud pulls back. The Baron buff is going to run out. 1.3k gold power play. And damage just going to delay the backs as much as possible. Rapid Fire Cannon now picked up for Bavoy and a full build Xayah.
100% here as well. The Elder Flip is coming. Lithy, I can feel it. Like a pancake chef. I can feel the flip coming.
I love how you are in sync with the chat. And look at the gold on Bavoy. This man is so far ahead of everything. But somehow Loud still staying in the game. The question is, can they find any picks before it is all going to come down to the next Baron in 2 minutes 40?
Yeah, it's all coming down to this, right? All coming down to one final moment. Both sides almost fully built. Everything you could hope for. All the items, all the power you need. Level 18 for several members. And it'll be an explosive final fight. Yep. Take a look at some of these health bars. You're approaching 4,000 health for some of the tanks. Other members, 3,000 on bruisers. It's huge. Every single member so far here.
on Robo, Guardian Angel. These guys are armed to the teeth. Tier 2 goes down. The siege continues. Dinquedo looking for a pick. They find Tinones on the side. Needs to flash out. Big summoner burned here. As the Solar Flare connects, Pain still a little bit hesitant on following us up. Oh, the Glacial Prison goes wide. And this is a lot burned from Loud. They need to pull back. Because Pain, in my opinion, has the upper hand right now with Weiser on a good flank position.
I would say so. Yeah, the Glacial Prison comes out. The flash from Tinones, and that's a lot of resources that they're burning here. A big stun to Robo. Takes a bunch of poke damage there at the front end of the fight. Croc, too, takes a bunch of damage there, too. They can both afford it, though. They have massive health bars. 3,000 still after the damage, and the Ocean Soul as well, healing them back up. As you mentioned, they'll both take the reset. Yeah, I can smell that Elder Flip coming. It's going to be good. We're just going to drop it on the floor and see if it lands peanut butter down.
Man, My heart rate is up, X-Men.
God, I can't even talk right now. I don't know what's going
This
on with my
is
brain.
match point for Loud.
This is
They
it.
are
This is
one
all the
team
marbles.
fight away from the grand final back to back after winning the last CBLOL season. The upper bracket, they are very comfortable on this one, but the Pain Gaming playoff buff, man, you cannot underestimate this team. And once again, Baron coming up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, the 30-second Baron, but keep in mind it'll be a minute and a half until the Elder once that Baron has spawned. So you can, bait out the Baron and wait out enough time to try and play for the Elder here as well. You have to think about both of the objectives when you talk about this play, but keep in mind if you do all in, that fight will be over in almost an instant as the damage is so high for both sides. Baron spawns here. Neither side going to start just yet. Both sides have vision on the objective. There's super
Wiser
minions
needs
in the
to
base.
recall in the bot lane. Yeah, he needs to take care of this shove. Has the TP though, so this isn't too bad a position for Pain Gaming. The problem is, no wards in the pit. Those are getting cleared out. He doesn't have a great angle into the fight. Counter-Strike on cooldown now. Pops the TP. Baron down to half. Pain looking for a fight. Carrier on the side lane needs to go out with the Vault Breaker. But the Baron is reset. And Loud need to start this off again. The Baron dance in full force. Can you hear the music, Axeman? It is a beautiful song.
I hear it. I can hear it. The dance back and forth. The footwork. It's all there. Now it's Dunkato that takes the reset to force the minions back. Oh, okay.
Stun needs to push over the wall. The Nation Prison goes wide. Bavoy and Damage walk away. Wiser in a flank position has a blast cone to get into the pit. And Pain look for a fight. They want to pull the trigger on this. Dinquedo in the bot lane needs to TP in now. He's going to be late, but here comes the fight. Wiser onto the front line in the backside. It is right. Completely untouched. But the damage is massive. The turnaround though. Here comes the Moonlight Vigil. Big damage and Loud looking to push forward. Bavoy taking some hits from the Baron, but ultimately it is only Croc that is gonna fall, and Pain Gaming pull back Elder Drake. 10 seconds, 1 TP on Loud, and no jungler for 40 seconds.
There's no jungler. It's not going to be a flip. Louder's just going to have to take the Baron down and do the best they can with it. The Elder will go down on the flip side to Pain Gaming, who will use it for one final team fight. They want to take it to Loud the best they can, but they can't push out of their base too far. The Baron minions can end the game very quickly. This is going to be a close fight, Lithy, across the rift. I cannot believe it. They wasted enough time. They were able to take down the Elder Dragon.
But the fighting from Pain, we need to get a replay of this because they engage onto the back line. Karyok and Wiser keep Route busy long enough for Pain to get a kill and get out, and they don't even die in the process. Now, quite honestly, they have a massive leg up with this Elder buff on 5 people.
They got it now. Route red and white gun. Is it going to be enough to stand up to the Elder Dragon buff? The most powerful buff in the game when it comes to champion fighting, right?
Route
you want that
sold his
flat
boots.
out. That he sell his boots? Yeah, no, they're gone. Yeah, they're fully gone.
That's a 6 item Aphelios, man.
If you get close to him, it's going to be over for you quick. But they do have the Elder buff, right? So they can fight. You just got to get the waves into a point where Loud can't push out and end the game on you.
Yep. Neb is back up. You got free shove in the bot lane. Loud here with 5 people to do something. There's the Crocodile just thrown in for something, for a hope and a dream. Meanwhile, Bavoy in the mid lane.
Yeah, you're throwing Sejuani ults for zoning at this point. Ooh, whoa, Rowdy's a bunch of damage there from Dunkato on the poke damage. That's the power of the Elder buff. He gets so close to killing him outright there. The wave's going to show up. That will take down this bottom lane turret with B-Boy there in tow. A little bit of mileage for a long maligned Pain Gaming roster. Holy cow. Oh,
and Loud.
This could be the fight here.
Standing in their base, Pain Gaming knocking at the door. We've been waiting for that one final team fight for 20 minutes now, Axeman. It is still not happening. Elder Drake about to run out, and Loud have successfully dodged the team fights. But the map state definitely twisted in Pain's favor.
It certainly has. Here on this Baron power play, a negative Baron power play when you're minus 1.5k gold. And yeah, the gold is about as even as it gets in a 50-minute game, within 3,000 gold of each other here. That's less than one singular item in a map that has, you know, I don't know, it's 5 times 4, 20 items on it, times 2, 40 items on it. That is incredibly close, right, statistically. So, yeah, it's the game could not be closer right now. Back and forth. They're going to sprawl out across the rift, still trying to scale up.
I'm scared
Wiser.
of this last fight,
I take
actually.
the 1v1 here.
Yeah.
But
he backs out.
Yeah, he's going to go get the back off with the disciplined approach. He doesn't have tracking on the rest of the team, so that might just be a 1v4 there. But it looks like Elder buff has dropped, so no major team fight with the Elder buff up. Loud will successfully wait it out, but they will lose a bit of the gold lead here. My question is, are we even still talking about gold? I don't know if gold is even a question in this game anymore. It's mostly just everybody's powered up to the max, and whoever makes the wrong positioning move will lose the entire game. A dangerous position for either team to be in, but you got a lot of pick tools if you're on the side of Pain. Honestly, this is the perfect situation for them, right? I mean, all of these tools coming together for them, the Leona, the Vi, all of that good stuff. Obviously, Dunkeda and Wiser, they're champions. You should be able to get a pick off here with the tools you have, and should be able to get the victory here. It's just a question of the positioning.
A positioning question, an execution question. But the only thing we cannot question any longer is the iron mental that Pain Gaming is bringing into this series, man. 52 minutes deep. A minute 40 on the next Elder Drake. And I'm not even going to bring up the Baron because no one cares about that one anymore. Pain looking for a final reset before we head into this all-deciding team fight. I mean, to be fair, that's what I've been saying for 20 minutes, but this got to be it. But Wiser, that's a very offensive position. Very few people off his team around for backup, but luckily, Loud going for another reset as well.
Everybody on the map has flash up right now. Tinones has Summoner, Spellbook, Ghost right now. So,
yep,
it's another thing he can use in his pocket. Both AD carries do have the cleanse up as well. In fact,
everyone has
100% up. Yeah, everybody has everything right now. So, with all those resources, even Croc with the ultimate, he's been throwing them out.
Yeah,
pretty evenly. But his is up
working
too.
through his guns here right now. It's all about perfecting the setup you have here, right? Vision is in favor of Pain Gaming currently. The whole river area plus the pit light up.
Got the river, got the pit. Everything's set up. Glacial Prison is available.
Yep.
This will be it.
Didn't go for it, but here it is. The Weaver's Wall comes through, but damage in the front line will be a little bit of a distraction. The Infernal Chains don't connect. Karyuk trying to get away. The Winter Spite doesn't connect. Engage attempt by Loud. Doesn't quite find it, but Inquedo gets a lot of poke damage off. Seos down to half. Good attempt by Loud, but Pain Gaming circumvent it beautifully. And Pavoy, he is so aggressive. He is so confident. He's just going for it. The poke in the mid lane, putting the pressure onto Loud. Croc looking for another angle. The Glacial Prison still on CD, but here comes the Solar Flare. Pavoy in the front line. Good damage on the Sedrani. The flash out, and Wiser from the sideline. Here comes the Jags into the front line. It is good damage onto Loud, but they are all still standing. Round finds a good position, gets the Guardian Angel procced, and Loud are rolling this fight. Wiser down, and Karyuk to follow. Robo looking to end Pain's world. As the connection is there, Dencredo falls, and 54 minutes in, Loud turn it all around. Not even Bavoy can do it. It is all over, and a back-to-back Grand final for Loud.
Oh, Loud fans, let me hear you cheer. This is incredible energy right now. Look at them on the camera, smiling, celebrating already as they end the game here, taking down Pain Gaming and moving forward to grand finals at CBLOL Spring Split. Look at the boys in the camera. Oh, they're all smiling faces, hugging each other now. Oh, it's incredible. We'd love to see this team win, the team we sent to Worlds last year. These are our favorites.